This is the second time I'm going with bus in India, and I wanted to do a little video, since I'm in a bus in India, about my first impressions with traveling in a bus. First off, it's very different compared to other places, of course, since it's in India. There's no toilets on the bus, so the bus stops sometimes so we can go to restrooms. People can go and pee and poo so they can do their thing in the restroom. It is a bit bumpy where we're going. There's no really safety. So if we are in an accident, I would probably hurt myself or die. No. If you usually get motion sickness, then you should probably take some medicine. I got motion sickness usually, but it's stopped. I think motion sickness has something to do with trusting the driver that everything will be safe, and trust is a very important thing. When I started to have faith that I am safe, I don't need to worry, then my motion sickness just stopped, because I just gave that trust to the driver and just gave it away. I couldn't really do anything since I'm just sitting in the bus. I can't really control the driver. I went on the semi-sleeper from New Delhi to Dharamsala, and that was 11-hour drive. It was on the night though, so it was okay. I need to say that full sleeper is much better than semi-sleeper. It's much more comfortable to have a little own space, to have a little own bed. Semi-sleepers is only like a seat that you can put down, and it's kind of like so you can rest, which is pretty uncomfortable. This is much more comfortable. Both are pretty the same safety, I guess, which is very little. I think that it's most comfortable to go on night, to go traveling by night, so then you can sleep on the bus, which can be pretty hard also since it's bumpy, so you may wake up. You may not get the best sleep if you're sleeping during the trip. Going on daytime is also pretty nice. It's a bit exhausting, you get tired very easily, so you need to kind of rest when you get to your destination. Buses are usually more expensive than trains, but it's still very cheap compared to other parts of the world. In Europe, for an example, it's cheaper with buses than train, but here in India it's actually cheaper to go with the train. It's more comfortable with bus, but I like trains also. It has the same vibe. I like both. If you're gonna go with bus in India, I suggest that you take some food with you or water. I got a water bottle from the driver or the one who works here, so I have some water at least. There's AC in the bus. Sometimes it's not working. It's not working for my neighbors here, which can be pretty exhausting because it's very hot. It's very hot in India, especially when you're in a bus and it's no clouds at all outside now, so it can be pretty hot. So try to find a bus with a working AC. I feel a bit bad for the people, for my neighbors here who doesn't have a working AC. And it's just like any ordinary traveling, actually, you know, prepare, have some food with you, maybe some candy, medicine if you feel bad when you're traveling by road, by car or by bus, if you get motion sickness. Some entertainment, especially if the bus ride is more than 5 hours, I would say. Otherwise, I like it. I like to travel by bus in India. It's actually more fun than flight. I think it's better for the nature to go by bus also than by flight. So if you're gonna like travel around in India, I suggest that you take buses or train instead of taking a flight, even though the flights can be cheap also. It's much more faster, of course, but it's much better for our nature and for our environment to take a train, especially the trains are the best ways if you want to think about our beautiful nature and our planet, since it's kind of breaking apart, and we need to think about that more, I think. Otherwise, I think it's pretty cozy. I got a lot of inspiration when I'm going by road, especially train, but buses also. You don't really have anything to do except being on a bus. I usually write poetry or just text or doing videos like this. It's fun to go by bus. So if you've never gone by bus in India, I suggest that you try it and get your own experience by it. Take the bus or the train much fun. But my impression of it is that it's fun. It feels good, better for the nature than flights, and cheaper. It feels like I have a little room. Sleeper bus, I suggest. Semi-sleeper, I don't really suggest, but it's cheaper also. So if you really want to try to travel as cheap as possible, I guess that the semi-sleepers are a better option. The price difference is not so big. It's pretty similar prices. And yeah. This is everything that I have regarding buses and my impression of traveling by bus in India. It's like traveling in a bus everywhere. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more about my traveling, you can subscribe to this channel. If you're into tarot, I do tarot reading also. I have another YouTube where I do tarot. And if you're interested in that, you will find everything in the box. I will see you soon. And now this bus is going, so bye bye.